All right, y'all. Been slacking on my Smackdown review videos the last 3 weeks, so I'm gonna do a double Smackdown review for this one, October 18th and October 25th, and then I'll see when I'll do the Crown Jewel review. But I didn't think the pay-per-view was very good. Just didn't really care for most of it. But yeah, so I'll do a double Smackdown review for this, and then I'll see when I got time to do the Crown Jewel review. All right, y'all. Start off. This is for October 18th part, and then I'll do later in a couple or in a few minutes. I'll do October 25. All right, the show starts off with a bloodline. Solo gets out there, says, "You looking at the tribal chief?" Says, "I created a bigger and stronger bloodline." Says, "Roman can't do nothing. Jimmy can't do nothing. Beatdowns will continue on Roman Reigns unless he acknowledges me." And then Jey Uso comes out there doing the yeet thing. He gets on the mic, says, "Oos to oos. Man, you define the family, oos. You define the family." Finally became Intercontinental Champion. That's earned, not taken. He's pointing to the necklace and he said the not taken part. Solo says, "I'm not dividing. I'm uniting the family. Don't call me little bro. I'm the tribal chief now. You in or you out, oos." And then Jay sees Jacob Fatu staring at him. He says, "You keep staring at me like that, I'm gonna knock you out. Next time I see you, it's gonna be different, Oos." That was hilarious. So yeah, I thought it was okay, decent, okay segment. Not too bad. We got what was it? Street Profits, DIY, Pretty Deadly. DIY wins, number one contender match or something. I don't really care about tag division. Just a bunch of filler like it always is. Then we got a segment with Roman and Jimmy backstage, and Jay shows up. Roman grabs Jay's arm. Roman says, "I'm proud of you." Jay says, "No ye." And then so Jay goes away. Roman looks at Jim and says, "I told you." We got another backstage segment with Roman and Jim. This time it was in their locker room, Roman's locker room. Jim like scared. You know how Jim or Paul Heyman would like every most of the backstage segments he would be like right behind Roman Reigns just staring at him. So Jimmy tried to do the same thing. Roman was like sleeping or nodding off, and Roman saw Jimmy and he like spooked him. He scared him. That was hilarious. Jimmy says, "You should talk to Jay." Roman says, "You tried it my way." And he says, "I'm gonna acknowledge Solo." So gonna not looks like he's gonna acknowledge Solo later on at the end. All right, that was an okay segment. I like the comedy in there with Jimmy staring at Roman like how the wise man used to do. All right, next up we got the oh yeah, more they made their debut on the 18th. Motor City Machine Guns. I think they were on what was it, AEW? Can't remember. I can't really remember. I fast forward through most of the AEW anyways. I think maybe once or twice these guys are on. If they weren't, then yeah, I don't really watch Impact or TNA or whatever it's called. So I don't really know much about these guys. Apparently they're like a big name tag team. They've been at TNA for years, so I don't know much about them, man. But yeah, they won again. Who did they face? I don't remember. Oh, okay, they beat oh, was it a three tag team match? Santos's guys in that Theory and Waller. Yeah, so they won that number one contender match. And that was it for that. All right, next up we got Cody Rhodes. Dude, this promo was brutal, man. This is the most boring, one of the most boring promos of his career, man. I don't know what you Cody Rhodes fans see in this dude. He just kept pandering to this promo. He just kept pandering to the crowd, man, like Cena used to do. It was just brutal. Not really much was said. I forgot. I don't even remember what he said. And then KO, Kevin Owens. I don't know where he was cutting this promo, man. It looked like he was in his mama's basement or He was being held hostage like Tony Stark in the first Iron Man movie. I don't know where Kevin Owens was. Basically saying, or I think WWE ma upper management told him he should stay home, and then he was just like pretty much complaining why he can't be at the show and stuff. So that was it for that. But okay segment. Gonna see heel Kevin Owens. Hopefully he's entertaining and gets on the mic in a few weeks because he really hasn't gotten much mic time. Pretty much just been trying to jump Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. All right. Next up, we got the last part of the show. Roman heads out there, says, maybe for the last time, acknowledge me. Crowd goes crazy. Solo's music hits. He heads out there. Says, earlier tonight, you told Jay that our family now, the bloodline is stronger now. I don't see it. I don't see anything. That tells me we're better off. Uh, that tells me we're better off now. We're divided and broken. I told my father that I could fix this. Put us back in the promised land. Tell me what I gotta do to fix this. Thought it was amusing, thought it was hilarious, started laughing. All you have to do is acknowledge me. And the Roman says, I acknowledge you. Solo wasn't having it, yo. Said that's not good enough. I need you to acknowledge me as your tribal chief or else. Well, he started threatening Roman there, man. And Roman says, so yeah, Roman screams this out, or else what? Like he was pissed off and stuff. Crowd started screaming, going crazy. Solo says, you never changed. I never changed either. Bloodline bring out Jim, Big Jim. He's like all busted up and bleeding and just pretty much got destroyed by the bloodline. And they brought him out there. And then Roman starts running through the bloodline. He puts on God, I always forgot the Ulafala, right? The red necklace there. He puts that on. Solo low blows him. Bloodline attacks Roman. And then, yeah, that was it for that. They have the picture of them bringing Jimmy out. Yeah, right there. Oh no, bleeding? Maybe that's like blood marks. I can't see it from here. Okay, yeah. So right there it was, and that was pretty much it for that. And they destroyed Roman. Yeah, so that was it for that. That was not too bad. SmackDown the 18th. All right, let's go to the week after, October 25th. All right, so the show starts off with Randy Orton. He says, I need to talk to Triple H. Triple H music hits. Randy Orton says, you're protecting KO from me. And he just kept repeating that throughout the promo. And then Triple H says, I'm not protecting KO. Says, and then eventually Randy Orton kept repeating and repeating it that you're protecting KO from me. And then Triple H just finally told him, I'm trying to protect you. And the crowd was like all shocked, going, oh. KO says, KO trusted you. This is Triple H talking now. KO trusted you and Cody. You guys turned on him. You came after 18 months on the shelf. I don't want to see you go back on the shelf permanently. It's like you got rods in your back, so doesn't want Randy Orton's career to end. Randy says, I don't want the COO. I don't want the suit. I want the guy who wore a leather jacket to the ring. A guy that had a sledgehammer everywhere he went. A guy who went to my home, knocked down my front door, beat me up on my own front lawn. I remember that, man. That was a good rivalry back in the day when he went to his house and destroyed him. Says, what would you do if you were in my shoes? You know what it is to have all of this taken away just like that? Give me KO at Crown Jewel. Triple H says, you got him at Crown Jewel. And yeah, so this this was not a this is a pretty good promo. Can't believe 250 250-year-olds cut a better promo like this. Better than like 90 to 95% of the roster, man. Just being honest. These guys still have it on the mic. You rarely see it now. with like the new wrestlers. All right, next up we got LA Knight as a special guest referee for Melo Hayes versus Andrade, Game 7. It's so obvious it's going 7. I called this, I think, after what was it, match 2. That was gonna be they're gonna do like a best of 7, and it ends with no winner because towards the end of the match or during the match, I forgot who was it, Melo that hit LA Knight by accident, I think. And then the end of the match, LA Knight hits BFT on both guys. And then backstage, so basically match ends in like a no DQ, no contest, basically no winner. And then Nick Aldis tells him backstage, says you got to defend the title against both these guys. You screwed up, bro. And that was pretty much it. So he's gonna defend his title triple threat match at Crown Jewel. All right, we got Cody and Gunther segment. Gunther starts it off, says, "What do you want to talk about, Cody?" This guy's an ultimate troll, Gunther, man. He's a few good segments on the mic recently. The one with Goldberg was probably my favorite. But yeah, Gunther's been cutting a couple decent promos the last month or so, getting more mic time. Yeah, so this segment, Cody was pretty much saying how he does all the interviews and like the media stuff and like podcast interviews and makes all the rounds and stuff. And Gunther doesn't do any of that. And then and Cody told him, "Oh, you're too lazy to get out of bed to do any of that stuff." And Gunther's like, "No, I've been getting the offers to do these interviews and the media, all these podcasts and everything. I just tell him no." He's pretty much, and he says he's the most talented or gifted wrestler in the company right now and the champion. And then he called Cody Rhodes gutless. Now that really pissed off Cody Rhodes. So they started fighting. And then right there, Ludwig Kaiser shows up, and then Randy Orton comes out to help Cody. So that was it for that. It was not a bad segment, but I just don't care for this feud, man. It's over a title. That's a one-off title, and that's it. And that's gonna be it. So I don't really see the point because it's gonna end anyways. All right, now got the main event. It was the Bloodline defending the tag titles versus Motor City Machine Guns. Roman and or Solo and Jacob show up, interfere. Then Roman and Big Jim show up and fend off Solo and Jacob. They all go to the crowd or the backstage, just brawling and stuff. Jey Uso, he showed up during the match right there, pretty much to cost the Bloodline the tag titles, and then he revealed himself or unmasked himself, the hoodie. Motor City Machine Guns won the tag titles. Then we got Jim and Jay hugging each other, embracing each other, pretty much reuniting. And then he got from the entrance ramp, Roman just staring on. Not sure if he trusts Jay or Jay again, since they pretty much kicked him out the bloodline. So that was it for that. So yeah, those are the two SmackDown reviews from October 18 and 25.